Great and beautiful morning, afternoon, and evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this moment. Welcome to 456th edition of Invest Data Trading Academy Laugh with Ambrose. Yes, the market is in green across the globe as we speak now. Despite some are flat, but I'll tell you most of the market in the matured economy are in green as a result of what expectation of different macroeconomic data, and also as we are entering in the last trading week for the month of September, which is signal end of the third quarter of 2024. Market is also reacting to the outcome of what of Fed decision to cut rate with 50 basis points last week. This tells you that the market is very well, knowing that we are entering the last quarter of the year. Don't forget that there's a slogan in the market economy that sell in May and come back in October. Yes, October is around the corner. Don't forget that this time summer is almost over. They are now coming back to the market to take advantage of what the expected results from the work from the quoted companies. That is also what is happening right away in the market. Look at Asia market as well. Asia has opened also in green as a result of what China moving over to cut another rate for the second time. And not only that, I think that government in China is also trying to round up stimulus to put the economy in a recovery direction. That also have helped market in that Asia zone. And other markets in that zone also are trading in green. Only few are also in red as the expectation is what of the impact of Fed decision to cut rate has triggered a clear direction that matured central banks of the world are taking the note to kind of put a stimulus or a trigger for the economy to also to bounce back. That's why rate cut is a move now we're seeing in US, in the EU, or in a European Central Bank, UK, at the same time China. These are the big central banks. Also in Canada, all of them are already in this mode of cutting rate to stimulate the economy, and that is why today, looking at what is happening in the market today and having our MPC meeting going on today and tomorrow, we want to discuss that what we expected from them at the end of the day. But what we are saying now is that the matured economy are responding positively to outcome of this decision of Fed that market is moving up in the green, even as all eyes are still on more data in US for that to know what is the global Purchasing Management Index is saying. At the same time, all eyes are still on what the new economic data that also wait for them to confirm what is the next step. Because Fed are taking it to court, what will be the next figure they are expecting to see, what kind of point again we expect to come in the next MPC meeting. That's why today you can see that US market is a bit choppy and a flatty, move, but still good that all the market are none of them is in red now to speak. That tells you that the market are looking up as factoring in the outcome of what Fed decision last week. But for me, it's a good one that all eyes are still on fresh data, like I said earlier, the purchasing manager for the global economy, and also and at the same time, so that the members of Fed also will be speaking in different occasions officially to know why they take that decision and what is the next one was expected, because nobody was expecting much. But between 25 basis points and 50, finally they cut the first one after many years, after 4 years, since 2020. Today is the first time that cutting with 50 basis points, a signal that yes, end of rate hike has come in that of both. All others are still on what? On inflation, not only in US, but in England, in ECB. All of them are looking at what the inflation will. Don't forget that the data was seen in Germany being the biggest economy in European zone. I think that the data are not looking good. I think that the purchasing managers there, all of their marginal activities are also slowing down. Or believe that all eyes are still on what will be the impact of this Fed rate cut will be on the economy. But good thing is that if you look at the oil market now, because of rate cut, the fear of global demand is also likely kind of it's fading out already, because despite the uncertainty that also associated with what is going on in the Middle East, which expected that there will be to affect supply. That I think that oil price is also rebounding again gradually. And don't forget that when oil price is high, it has a work for triggering inflation again. And that is why most of the central banks are still also looking at what is happening in terms of geopolitical tensions here and there, and know what is happening in Russia and Russia and Ukraine, and at the same time what is going on in the Middle East. But still, because of this rate cut, especially that people have access or companies have access to buy more because of interest rate is a bit down. But that also pushed oil price up again. I think that oil price have inched up, and it's not only in US. Most of the mature market we are seeing that internationally oil price is also inching up again. But don't forget that the higher oil price go, it must go to also trigger influence of what on prices. That's why as a trader investor, we look at all this macroeconomic data and what is happening on other market, alternative market, to see how are they influencing what the market where you are trading. That's why you must pay attention. Look at the global market. What will know like what will trigger funds to flow out of the market. Now that we are seeing rate cut, that means we expect to see a less activities in the fixed income market there to most move toward equity and companies that are into consumer goods know that yes, now that we are seeing the interest rate coming down, that will probably empower people to consume more and to eat more. That also increase their work production. Like I see, sector rotation have continued in this material economy. Who that move from one tech company to other sectors, trying to see where they don't forget that utility is key. You know what has happened during the summer, what will come up after that, which sector attention will be given to. These are things that you also look at when you are trading or when you are investing. It's very, very important as a trader investor. You have this at the back of your mind so it will guide you to make informed decision. But if you look at Africa country as we speak now, or you look at Africa market is also mixed as we speak. For NGS is also has opened the first trading day of the week also in the green, which is also a good news for the market here that our market has opened up in the green for also the first trading day of the week, which is also for me is a good one that we should put attention that yes, we expect to see a better number coming up from there at the end of the day. And if it is sustained, that will also put the market in a good mood that to start the last trading week of the month of September, and that will usher in the last quarter of the year as well. We expected. But I believe that these are the things that are going to shape the market and go into the future. And we expect that investors will take active action right now to make that they position their portfolio ahead of the last quarter of the year. With all this, now I expect that our market will sustain this trend. If at the end of the day, that's why we're going to discuss what we expect to see from the MPC meeting. What are we expecting? These are the things that we also consider as a trader or investor. What are we expecting from the meeting today, from the MPC meeting? Once we're able to know that, that will also guide us, because what we are seeing as happening internationally, we also expect to see happen also in our market again. That will also help us to know exactly what investors should expect from this market, as all eyes are still on the MPC meeting that is ongoing, that will come to an end by tomorrow. But good thing is that, first of all, before we go to look at what is expected for MPC meeting, we are going to look at the market data. Then we'll now look at some numbers that came to the market, especially from AccessCorp and the Police Microfinance, the second quarter number, to see how it's going to give investors a direction on what to do. But before then, let's look at what is the market data as we speak. Look at market also has extended the positive trend of last week here. This morning, the market has opened in the green as we speak. Now, market is trading at 8,437.75, up by 189.76. But then was 0.19. That was almost 0.2. So the market is up in the green. Good one. But if you look at the market rate or market internal, we'll call it, we're seeing more buyer in the market right now. We're having 20 gainers against the 10 losers as we speak. And if you look at that 20 gainers, let's start from the losing angle, or the losing table now. I think that that communication is leading by 9.3, followed by NSL Tech also 9.9%, followed by Honeywell. You can see the Deep Capital and Wapik Insurance. These are the top 5 losers as we speak. On the gainer chart, you see that FCMB, Fidelity, Flower May, Tantalizer, and Cavaton are the one leading on the gainer chart. FCMB is up by 10%, Fidelity is up by 9.9%, while Flower May is also by 9.9%, followed by Tantalizer 9.8% and Cavaton 9.8%. These are the top gainers in the market. On the other side, you can see that in terms of activities, always volume. Would you know that volume is your friend? Looking at the volume now, you can see that Fidelity is leading by 25.6 million share traded so far at 14 naira 95 kobo. Followed by AccessCorp, 13.1 million share traded at 18 naira 75 kobo. ICO Insurance, 10.7 million share at 1 naira 16 kobo. UPA is flat at 24 naira at this time, traded 9.5 million shares as we speak. And Ella Lake is also in the green today. I traded 9.2 million shares at 3 naira 37 kobo. These are the terms of volume activities that is happening in the market right away. But before we go to the chart to let's look at the numbers that are released released over the weekend, especially the one that came from AccessCorp. Was seeing the numbers, then we answer what is the next step investors will take from these numbers that have been released, from these banks. What is the next step that traders or investors should be doing? Because these numbers give you insight what you expect from this company or this holding company in the next any season that's around the corner, third quarter is in what are this number going to look like? That's why you need to pay attention on them because they are very, very, very necessary and very also very important that attention is given to these numbers as we speak. Yes, if you look at let's start with Access Bank, for enter that of Police Microfinance. We look at the Access Bank. This is the what we call the profit and loss account for them for the banks. You can see that we have the group here. We also have the company. We are concerned with the group. This is for the group. But now you can see that here you can see that we're starting with what interest income calculated using effective what rates, interest rate. You can see what have happened here. But at the end of the day, we have what we call a gross income. And gross income for this period for second half 60 months of Access Bank, we have an improvement from 984.85 billion to 2.2 trillion naira. That is about 134% up in the grade. But you can see that the interest income have supported this number. You can see from interest income alone, you can see what has moved from around 596.1314 to what 1 trillion, 1.29 trillion against 500. You can see this is more than double. Tells you that this high interest rate have also impacted positively on the banking sector. If you look at the results from America, we are seeing that the interest income has really impacted them. Also, with the bank going to holding companies, we are seeing that also trading income as a part of it. That's why we are seeing these robust numbers from the banking sector. And for me, it's a good one. It says that the banks are really organized their source of income. That's why the holding company is also paying off for this bank. And that's why you as a trader investor, looking at what the banks are doing now to raise additional capital. Yes, like I said in one of the class that as from 2026, when this whole action is concluded and CBN approve all their new capital raise, that will give you that this bank will have a lot of funds to do other business. With a holding company, they can do a lot of things that also impact their bottom line. Even when interest rate is adjusted now, the banks will still make money. Why? Because they have other things they are doing under their holding structure. For that, that's why I said once we're able to finish this capitalization, it's the time also for us to go into bank sector to take active position to really position there for performance. But if at the end of the day, with their large share capital they are going to see, also these banks are going to work share construction, that will be a plus for them also, and that will also support their price and even higher payout at the end of the day. That's why we must pay attention to what is happening right now in this sector. But if you look at the end of the day, after having this gross earning of 2.2 trillion, it will translate to what? To 281.33 billion in the 6 months for Access Bank against 145.89 billion, representing 108% up. You can see that this is almost more than 2-digit growth we are seeing in this bank. For me, it's a good number. But at the end of the day, the PAT of 281 translated towards 7.61 kobo earning per share against 3.74 kobo earning per share. At the end of the day, we saw that Access is recommending a dividend of 45 kobo against 30 kobo for shareholders. While their profit margin has also declined from 14.4% to 2.8%. You can see that cost of even running the business also reflected on their profit margin. But on the whole, we see that this is a good number for Access. But I tell you, market will only look at what is in for them. As a trader investor, look at what is Access recommending. That is why this one, even Access have released this impressive number, but that Access price is not on the top gainers because of what the dividend of 45 people is below market expectation. That's why that means the management of our Access Bank and also the board also will look at it. How do you reward your shareholder after you have made about 7.61 kobo? You are paying it for 45 kobo at the end of the day, not up to even the 61 kobo as addition to what they are 7 naira. For me, I think market is waiting to see what Access will also do at the end of the year. But for this number, we're saying yes, good number, but I'll say relatively poor payout in terms of dividend. We have seen others that came from Access Bank, from Unit Bank, that came from Mastercard BTC, they went from GTCO. We'll see how others they go their payout. But Access, most of investors in the market are disappointed with this number. But for me, the figures are very strong, but only the payout will see that Access has become more conservative compared to others in the industry. That's why all eyes are still on Fidelity and UBA. You can see that the Fidelity is already moving on almost above 20 to 15 naira. As markets expecting the dividend around 50 kobo. If that happened, that was there that access, Fidelity will beat access in terms of 3 million payment. Why at the end of the day, who knows what will pay for full year? But if access Fidelity come out with that 50 kobo, that price will still cross 15 naira and go as high as well 16. But I'll tell you that investors, that this time you have to take profit, because once the shares that are already now start reflecting on what, reflecting on the share issue, that also dilute the earnings of these banks. That's why you must trade fast to be sure that you factor in what is happening in the banking sector right now before the conclusion. So that at the end of the day, we are coming back, we are coming powerfully to the position in the banking sector. This is the state of Access Bank. But if you look at Access Bank, as balance sheet, I'll tell you this balance sheet is robust and strong enough to support. That is that they are spreading their work, they are spreading their assets. For Access Bank, you can see about from 26 trillion to almost 36 trillion. That is a good one for the total assets for what, for Access Bank. And also at the end of the day, you can see that the shareholders for which the total equity has also improved. For me, it's a good one, it's a pointer, but the payout is what investors are looking at. So people look at what is happening also in Police Microfinance. If you look at this number that here, you can see that this is Police Microfinance, and this is a bank that has recently been given a commercial bank license. This, don't forget that this is like a microfinance, but now because of they are sitting on huge fund from police pension and all, I think they've issued them also a new license to come. But on the numbers, we have seen a slowdown. But the good thing that because they've not used their number consistently, the stock has been put on suspension. But now they've announced 12 kobo dividend for financial year ended 2023. For their Q1 and Q2, I've seen a slowdown in their performance. Not a poor number, a missed one, because they're able to grow their top line, which is their gross earnings. But the bottom line, that for first quarter and second quarter has been on a decline. But still, we're seeing potential there. If at the end of the day, that the company also can take advantage of what they have to sweat it out, we expect to see a better thing at the end of the day from this bank. But if you look at this macroeconomic, you can see that their top line has moved from 1.59 billion to 5.55 billion for 2024. June ended June 30th. You can see it here on display. You can see the movement here. For me, it's a good one. At the end of the day, you can see that also the income interest also was on the high. You can see net interest income also moved from 3.76 billion to 4.51 billion. You can see that it's a good one for them. At the end of the day, you can see that the bank is also in green. But looking at the bottom line, which is where every investor is looking at, we saw a decline from what the profit for the period. Down from 1.05 billion to 793.79 million. You can see there was a decline here, and that's why this translates to an earning per share of 13 kobo against 14 kobo posted in the previous year 2023. This is why I said there's a slowdown. But if at the end of the day, now where they are having already been issuing a commercial license, we expect to see what the bank will do to get more value for their shareholder. Which at the end of the day, I told you that they declared 12 kobo for the current financial year the last financial year that ended 2023 against 10 kobo paid in 2022, 2 kobo increment in their payout. These are the things we also look at as traders and investors when we are trading our stocks. Yes, we're back to look at the chart now to see where is the market going from here. Now you can see that there's a good momentum we are seeing in the market. Looking at the chart, let's quickly look at what is the chart doing before I call up any indicator. Now you want to look at what is the index action. You can see that where the market is going. You can see that the market has opened in the green this morning. You can see gone up here. You can see that market is still ready to form that buyers and sellers in the market are looking to dominate. But as we speak, I told you that we are seeing 24 gainers against 14 losers right now. As well, looking at the market, market is changing. The numbers of gainers have increased to 24, while those of losers have also increased to 14. You can see it here, that we are seeing the market is still in green. You can see that it also opened up here to show that market is still in green this morning at this hour as we are speaking. Let's quickly call other indicators that will help us also to read meaning into all this the right way. Let's call them up now. Let's call our indicators. For this class, we'll call our C line, which here we know why we use that always. It serves as what? As resistance and support level for us to make decision. We look at our money flow, which is very, very important, and can use MACD or RSI, anyone you feel like. These are momentum indicators that also help you, because when you are looking at price action or index action, look at that action, look at volume and momentum. These are very, very key. Where is the money flowing to? That is very, very important. Is the money leaving the stock or money leaving the market? You want to know. Is there profit taking? That is also you need to know, so that you know the next action you should take as a trader or investor. We'll turn this one to 8 instead of this now we're seeing here now. And turn it to 8 to see. Want to format this the format the to 8 it's not coming up with the internet. Need to change it to 8. This 9, you know, when I mean the exponential moving average 8, that gives us our T line. Need to change it to 8, but the internet is like thing is delaying, it's not changing immediately. Yes, let's continue. But if you look at this line now, this green line, they say that automatically you can see that the market is not doing badly. Because why? The market is trading above the T line. You can see that market is above the T line. All this while it is a sign of strength in the market. You can see that we are seeing a volume coming up here today. Market is staying green, and we see that MACD is also bullish. MACD is bullish now. You can see it here. The MACD is bullish here. You can see it now. The blue one across the red one up. You can see it here now. And see that the market is also in green, in bullish. But if you look at the money flow is looking down on this chart, on the daily chart now, around the 64. That thought as high as 80, but it's coming down. You can see because of I would say profit taking, but let's wait and see other time frame. Look at the market, at the 1 hour time frame. That will give us a clear direction. What is happening? You can see that on a 1 hour time frame, market is still up, strong here. Money flow is reading above 50 or 50 points, which is good. And MACD is giving a sign that yes, there's strength in the market. When you can see that this histogram here has formed a cross, I can see that the blue one is apart crossing the red one here. It's a sign of strength entering the market. This forward for 1 hour time frame. Let's look at 2 hours and also look at 4 hours to go to other stock for the day. On 2 hours, I can see the market is also very strong. You can see that I maintain an uptrend. Money flows is reading 73.9, which is good for 2 hours chart. And you can see that MACD is also a bit to go bearish. You can see that look at the histogram here is trending in downward direction. But we'll finally look at the 4 hours chart to give us a clear picture before we now look at other stocks that are on the top gainers list right away. We need to also look at that because it's very, very important. Yes, on 4 hours, 4 hours chart, I can see that market has been strong. You can see that above the T line. You can see all the way, market has been trending up. You can see it here, which is good news. But if you can look at here, there's a divergence here. I see money flow looking down here to the 64. Why the market is going up? But put it that MACD remains strong. It's still bullish now. If you look at this MACD on 4 hours chart, that the market is relatively strong, and also this is the end of the quarter. We expect to work with the dressing from the market operators, either from managers or stockbroking firm to end the quarter on a positive note because of their commission and also for the they are managing. That we expect that between now and then we must see what portfolio reshuffle for what end of the quarter in preparation for what the last quarter of the year. But I'll tell you that yes, market is still strong at this hour here. I tell you, still that's why the money flow is leading around the 67, which is also above 50. It's still relatively strong. For looking down, MACD is very strong on 4 hour chart. But still, the market, I tell you, the market is not doing bad. Yes, people look at Fidelity. What is trend beyond Fidelity now? In terms of volume, I think that Fidelity is also giving us good volume, and also is among the top gainers. Let's look at the volume. Let's look at the momentum behind Fidelity right away now. That will help us to see exactly what is happening in that stock as to speak, that you will know what to do with your position in Fidelity Bank. Yeah, for those that in this class, you know what to do. This is time for you to start taking profit, even though you are waiting for the entry dividend. If you had made a good money from 11 naira to 14 naira, you're waiting for 50 dividend, you should know where you are standing. You know what to do. You can see that the stock is trending up. You can see almost like you can see this green lines. For me, it's time for this a 4 hours chart we are looking at on this stock. But it's very, very bullish and strong. Momentum is very strong there. I believe that it's time for you to start taking profit. If you look at also 2 hours chart for the stock, then we'll now go back to the same pattern that I can see above the T line. Very strong. MACD is very positive, bullish. For me, it's a good one for the stock. If you look at 1 hour chart, it maintains almost the same pattern also that we have seen so far. I believe that this is the time for investors in this stock or traders. Investors are waiting for 50 dividend mass they can do from 25 daily. That's about 100% growth that we have seen other like Zenith Bank, GTB. If you happen Fidelity, that was what they do from 25 kobo they paid previously to 50 kobo, and that if you have made more than 22 naira, you decide what you're waiting for. Are you waiting for the 50 kobo or capital appreciation? This is the market. You need to play with having your own investment objective, especially now that they've not listed their additional share, in issue, which also going to dilute their end at the end of the day. You take the 50 kobo or you take the 2 naira or 3 naira you have made. It depends on you. For me, if I'm to take the 3 naira or 2 naira than waiting for the 50 kobo. This is a good one for Fidelity. Quick one, also look at the FCMB before we look at the Wando and the CWG to call it a day. Yes, we quickly talk about the expected outcome of MPC meeting that is going on today. Now, what are we expecting? Let's look at the chart first before we come back to that. Cost of our time, I think we'll do only this FCMB and CWG before we enter to look at what's expected from the MPC meeting. Yes, we can see that on 1 hour chart, you can see that the FCMB is also strong. Momentum is, you can see that MACD is very, very strong. See, after coming down, you can see that for 2 days now, you can see the jump in MACD in the last 2 hours, you can see it has changed. You can see also looking up here. For me, it's a good one for the stock. Let's look at the 2 hour chart for this stock now to see. On the 2 hour chart, you can see also what we are seeing here. 2 hour chart, what we are seeing here, you can see 2 hour chart. It's also very strong for FCMB. Yeah. Quickly one, let's look at the CWG. Then before we call it a day, we're looking at what's expected from the MPC meeting that's going on today. Yes, you can see that we are seeing that this stock is considered it's going below the T line. All this one go up or down. Now it's a trend here. You can see up here, but now you can see that it has slightly moved above the T line. You can see it here for the past many trading days now. Like 2 hours. You can see that above gone up here as high as almost 640. But like also coming down again. But now trading around was 6 naira flat as we speak. But money flow is looking up. MACD does turn positive. You can see it here on 2 hour chart. If you look at the 4 hour chart for this stock CWG, I can tell you that Ford is entering the stock. You can see it from number 62, and MACD is also positive for this stock 4 hours. I can remember that see that once you're able to break out this resistance, I can see that this has been a strong resistance 64 naira, and once you break it out, and this stock has touched as high as 8 naira. The possibility that going to touch this 8 naira is high, depending on on the accurate rate number at the end of the day. You have to keep your eyes on this stock and watch. Yes, because of our time, quickly look at what's expected from the MPC that is going on today. What are we expecting from that MPC? We have seen that the inflation figure for 2 months now have kind of slowed down, and it's slowing down. Of course, I see that it's inflation, but I won't say so because I don't know where they're getting figure. But from statistics, I see that it has slowed down for two months. That is naturally will point the committee member to slow down or either to rate hike again or leave rate unchanged. But I believe that this time we expect to see rate remain unchanged for this MPC meeting at the end of the day. To watch also what will play out now that we're seeing that the energy sector is being continued. Already that government is also warming up to increase the tariff for power, and also I've seen what is happening in fuel prices. After we have started domestic production, yes, we are seeing that prices still remain up. These are things that are going to also fuel inflation, insecurity. That's why let's see what the MPC meeting is going to come out at the end of the day. But I believe that already we have seen that in the fixed income market for almost a 3 consecutive time of the private market option, we have seen the rate declining. That's the sign that yes, we might also see that at the end of this MPC meeting tomorrow, they might still rate unchanged. That will be the first time since the new CBN governor came on board. That's that when he came, we'll have about almost 200 basic point hike at the first meeting this year, and that continue. But I believe that for how many years we have high rate in Nigeria, we have not seen any impact on the inflation. Yes, we have seen that inflation coming down for 2 months. That is not enough to say that the action of interest hike that have started useful. No, the result of what base year they were using, and also because of harvest we are seeing. It's not because of high interest rates that are used to contain inflation. No, I think the government should think twice. This is the time for that if you want to put the economy in the right direction, we need to reduce cost of borrowing, and also have that insecurity is staying in this Nigeria, so that at the end of the day, farmers and others can move back to for that. It's inflation coming, and that's why I said our inflation is not just only money in circulation. This was structural inflation we are seeing, that which needs to be addressed by fiscal and monetary authority. I believe that at the end of the day, if tomorrow we see that rate is left unchanged, that will be a plus for equity market. know that yes, we're going to see more fund coming back to the equity because of what the last quarter of the year, the seasonality that will come with the year, and that will also support fund flow into the market. And when you see money flow entering the market, it's a product that means prices as well are going to like to go up. And also what has happened in the market economy, where we have seen that Fed have cut rate by 50 basis points of China is set to do that thing today, tomorrow. What is happening again? Well, England also ECB has done that twice now. That was that funds also be looking at where is there relatively high interest rate, which also I can tell you, even when we're seeing the inflation dropping, our interest rate is still high. That was monitoring also attract funds. Knowing that most of the stock connected are also undervalued, you can see that the value of our stock connected are really gross undervalued. That will be attraction, especially for those companies that are being run by whites in Nigeria and those that have good corporate governance. You see this foreign investor coming back to them. These are portfolio investors. And when they, don't forget that when they come to move stock out, when they you must have your plan as they are coming to see that prices are changing. Don't be greedy. Know exactly when to exit your position. So at the end of the day, you'll be award on the winning side of the market. On this note, I'll say thank you. See you next week, hopefully, but by Wednesday, we're preparing for masterclass. It might not be class for us, a live class on Wednesday. Then we are going to start the live class again on Monday next week. We'll be preparing for our masterclass coming up this week, Saturday. For those that are taking advantage of the discount, say thank you. But from today, what is 12 midnight, the discount will lapse. And that means we'll start paying what the real amount from Tuesday morning, hopefully by God's grace. On this note, I say thank you and enjoy the rest of your trading day. Bye.